YouTube, it's your host Axel Rose, this show gave me the slogan, and it's been a while since I've streamed. I know, it's been a moment since I've given you that A-class quality, but obviously life has been busy at the moment. But you know what, man, there hasn't been that many situations which has made me come out. I want to just stream to you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I had another video coming up about CFAs, but that and the Xbox brand is in so much disarray at the moment. And I think if you're a real gamer, deep down you know that there's no point kicking a dead dog when it's down, if you know what I mean. So now I will talk about something that's really interesting. Like a story just came out about Mike Ross. Now I'm not sure how many of you guys that follow my channel are actually die-hard fighting game fanatics and stuff, but basically Mike Ross is a big guy in the FGC fighting game community. Well, I'd say he was more of a prominent figure because he hasn't been active in a while because of basically a lot of the changes which have been happening. And while some of them have been good, you know, more money coming into the fighting game community, more events and whatnot, basically he feels that it's been changing for the worse. And I can kind of agree with that, not gonna lie. I can kind of see what he needs in a lot of ways and stuff. But before we just go into what points I agree on and what points I don't and whatnot, I'm just going to be talking about the whole situation overall. Now let me give you a little background just in case you really don't know anything about him. Mike Ross, he was a former fighting game champion, and not in the same way DFT is a former fighting game champion. No, this guy was actually good. You know, Mike Ross, he placed in numerous Evos and numerous games and stuff like that. He was a massive street fighter head. He played on Honda, and around 2009, 2008, should I say? I'm getting really wet. I'm playing this on pad, by the way. I've never played this on pad. I'm getting wet. But yeah, around 2009, he started him and D-Tech teamed up to this make a channel for Cross where they basically analyzed Street Fighter match footage. Oh my god, Street Fighter match footage to give viewers tips and techniques on what they were doing, and analyze the matches of pro players just to see the moves they made. And to see if, you know, we could use it ourselves, but you know, pick it up and get better. Now, what was I saying? Yes, so they've analysed tips and stuff, they've analysed matches, and make sure you get the good stuff. That's fantastic. And the channel built up a huge following, and it was around the time that Street Fighter 4 was out, I think, and there was a whole load of new gamers. You know, it was right around the time when the internet was just really, you know, going into this new phase with all the memes and everything. You know what I'm saying? So you had all these young guys basically just watching these two other guys play Street Fighter, cracking jokes on a sofa, and it became like, it quickly established a core following. I'm not gonna lie, I used to watch every episode. As soon as, like, wherever it be, whether it be at home or in the studio, or whatever, I'd see a new episode of Excellent Adventures. When I saw those two sitting on a chair, I'd be like, alright, cool, let's go in. You know, this is time. I know what it's gonna be. And the show grew. They had other guys from the fighting game community come on there, Justin Wong, Gamer B, Infiltration, Chris G, anyone who's anyone in a fighting game show has pretty much been on there. The only person they haven't had on there, which they should have had on there, is Triforce. And if you know who Triforce is, you'll understand where I'm coming from. You'll probably understand why he's not been on there as well, but you know what I'm saying. Let's keep it real. Try to anyway, that's neither here or there. So they built this huge following, you know, and to tell the truth, not only did they build a huge following, they actually, oh my gosh, that's so I literally just started saying this yesterday, so I'm still working on everything. But as I was saying, yeah, quickly built a huge fan base, and not only did they build a huge fan base, but they kind of set up a renaissance period of creators within the fighting game community. I mean, if there was no excellent adventures, it pretty much be a fair shot to say we wouldn't have anything like, you know, S.H.I.N.O, Maximilian and all those guys, Sage, even the stuff that I do. To tell the truth, it was watching them that made me want to share what little skill I have with the what. Oh, great. Yeah, it was whatever they did that made me want to share what little skill I had with the world. You know, I was really good with Jill at that time, and I didn't see anyone play her or Kobe, my other name, and it just made me want to just show, you know, what I could do. And it was interesting. It was really interesting. So it was a great time for content creators, fans. What? Okay, this is really awesome. Yeah, it was a great time it was a great time for fans of fighting games, content creators. We had games like Mortal Kombat coming back. We had games like DC Universe coming back. No, that was after DC Universe. That's when King of Fighters 13 came back. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. The less we'll say about that, the better. But yeah. It was just a great time to be a fighting game and get fighting game fan, especially because we had all this content coming through. I remember when Mike Ross and Gutex first started doing playing Marvel vs. Capcom, and I'm not sure if Gutex didn't play as much Marvel vs. Capcom as he said, but they kind of framed the show where Gutex was a beginner basically, and Gutex would learn stuff from Mike Ross all the time, and then they had a little introductory video and they got S.H.I.N.O in to do stuff, and they actually tried making a little bit of money. You know what? They gave what Mike Ross and Gutex did for the FGC is actually crazy now that I think about it, because they created so many infrastructures of revenue, whether it was making your own content as TV shows or making your own products, you know, to help other people. Obviously, yeah, you want to get paid and stuff, but just to help other people and stuff. And you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about how much I didn't value it. I really should have valued it, man. I really should have subscribed to those extra episodes on YouTube, I mean on their own channel and stuff like that, on their own website. I was waiting for that stuff to come on YouTube. I should have really shared my support. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have shown more support, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, Mike Ross, as the scene grows and stuff, we're getting closer to Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 4 has been out for a while. Toasty! Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell is this? But, okay, literally, what the hell was that? But, yeah, so as Street Fighter 5 is coming closer, and the other games are getting older, and Excellent Adventures is great and phenomenon. Now we actually have even more rip-offs, so like people just try to do the same idea. Street Fighter 5 comes out and it's not good, you know? Well, that's the general consensus, you know, it's just not good. You know, we're having people have, we're having people have issues and stuff, and because Mike Ross works at Capcom, and well, he has friends that work at Capcom and stuff, he feels that Educated could be, you know, just like not say anything too damning about the game, and I think that's fair. I think that's really fair. Now, he, like, along the way, now, along the way, I forgot to mention, along the way of the FGC getting more popular, we started to have more eyes come in and wanted to make money, because obviously when something gets popular, these corporations come in and they start seeing how much money they can make, and that's all good because these players need to make money. You know, they're flying all over the world and stuff, tournaments organized, stuff, setting up tournaments, and none of this stuff is free. But here's the thing, whatever. It was basically, so far, it's basically been done at the expense of the integrity, what the hell? So far, okay. So far it's been done at the integrity of the FGC. Like, the FGC used to be a place where, I mean, okay, for lack of a better word, oh my gosh, this game is terrible. For lack of a better word, it was kind of a boys club, I'm gonna be honest. It was kind of a boys club, not in a bad way and stuff like that. There's always women in the FGC, but it was the kind of a place where you could pretty much say what you want without fear of, oh my gosh, somebody being offended. And when money came in, a lot less of that attitude was around. Game over. Like, a lot less of that attitude was around. We had, let's say a lot of things changed. Let's keep it like that. Let's just keep it like that. A lot of things changed, and not all of them was for the better, to be honest. So, when things like this is happening and the scene starts changing, it can put you off. But if you really have a lot of love for the scene, you can bear with it and stay with it. And Mike Ross got a job with Twitch TV, where he basically was showing people, you know, when he was bringing Street Fighter to an even bigger audience. That's awesome. But when Twitch got bought out, apparently, the motive changed, and it sounds like Twitch made him redundant. Not as in they fired him, but they started to value his services and what they did for the company less, which is one thing. And it's kind of terrible, to tell the truth, because if something's doing something for you out of their pocket and just for the love of the community, you pretty much should respect that. Or at least try to respect it, especially if it's been lucrative for your company before you got there. So, once he's made redundant, and he's forced to play a game, okay, Street Fighter, I wouldn't say that Street Fighter is the worst fighting game. Well, Mike Ross at the moment says that Street Fighter is the worst fighting game he's ever played. Me personally, I wouldn't go that far. Do you know what I'm saying? I've actually played the worst fighting game made right now. But basically, he had to play a game that he didn't like, and because he couldn't tell the truth about it at the time, that must have been kind of frustrating. Well, he couldn't tell what he feels the truth. Now, Street Fighter 5 is definitely an enjoyable game, but it definitely has problems. Definitely has problems. I'm not gonna try to act like it doesn't have problems and stuff like that. And if you've been playing the game since launch, you know that it has problems. Let's just be honest. But Street Fighter 5, out of all the fighting games that are out now, it's arguably the best. It's the most well-made and stuff like that, and it's got the best characters. It's got a very good variety of characters, which just keeps getting better and better. But at that time, I could understand why Mike Ross was definitely angry at the game. I've been angry at that game many a time. So now Mike Ross, he's telling the truth about how he feels about the fighting game community, how there was a lot of fake people around him at that time who just wanted to do things with him because of what he can do, or just wanted to be close to him because of what he can do. And Mike Ross is a nice guy, man. I can imagine that being too much for anyone, you know? Like me personally, I make music, and I'm not about all of the side stuff, all of the fake friends and all that stuff. I'm literally about the art and making a dope product. I really like it when people love what I do, but I don't feed off that energy and be like, yeah, in a vain way, oh look at all these people that love what I do. You know what I mean? That's not the reason to do something. You do it for the love. You do it for the actual love of the art. And it seems like a lot of people came in around the time of Street Fighter 4 and definitely around the time of Street Fighter 5 who don't actually appreciate and love Street Fighter. I could understand the frustration of that, especially if those same people are trying to change what Street Fighter and the community of Street Fighter has always been. Like, we've got people coming in with so many new politics that really wasn't important before, you know? Like, we have people, like the fighting games, like as I said, the fighting game community, even though it was a boys club, you know, it's always had women in it. Prominent women like S.H.I.N.O, like Burn Your Bra, all these women, well, even though I just only mentioned three, but there's a hell of a lot more. Guilty, if I really think about it, and these are just all the Western ones, you know. We've got ones like in Japan, very, very prominent ones, Choco Blanco and stuff. Like, women have always been around, but now they're trying to make it a different place for, I don't know, for who exactly. That's the thing, to be honest. Because if women have always been in the FGC and have been fine with the crew jokes and whatnot, I don't know who they're trying to soften the place up for now, exactly, you know? And that's just one aspect of it. Like, women aren't babies, you know? That's one thing I've noticed. I don't like the whole aspect of the way women are trying to be babied and treated like Disney princesses and stuff like that. It just doesn't make sense. So I can understand that being one thing, being frustrating. And the fact that you just can't even really tell the truth about the game. Like, Street Fighter is a good game. Street Fighter 5 is definitely a good game, but as I said before, it definitely does have its problems, and it doesn't seem like Capcom has really tried to fix those problems. Like, even with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, it shouldn't have been released the way it was, and all those characters that were DLC should have changed the game. It is what it is. We know this, people. We know this. But we have people that were blatantly shilling. We know people were shilling for that game. We know people were shilling. And why does my character keep changing? What? Like, what? And it's recording now? What the hell? Oh my gosh. How did it take to that character? Can we stop this, please? Can we stop this? But, yeah. Now, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my gosh, change is bad. Change is bad. I don't want to sound like one of those hillbillies, you know. But let's just be honest. Not all change is for the better. I think that's something we can all agree on. What the hell? Why the hell does this keep changing? But yeah, I think we can all agree that, yeah, this is one situation where change is not for the better when you're actually trying to do combat. But oh wow, it changed again. But yeah, Mike Ross, he's like, definitely a pivotal figure in the FGC, and him voicing his opinions is okay. Why did my character change again? What the evil? Yeah. So where's that about Mike Ross? So changes in the FGC. So basically, he's noticed that there's been a lot of mistruth and lies going on. There's been a lot of people that are just being false. People won't tell the truth about games they don't like. That's why we got games like Marvel vs. That's why we got games like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That's why Street Fighter. That's why Capcom really isn't addressing the lack of content in Street Fighter 5. That's why, you know, even though this game is kind of cool and stuff like that, I don't think the DLC, like really and truly, I reckon DLC fighters in a fighting game is kind of broken. Oops, unless they're unlockable free. Because, like, what part of learning a fighting game, what the hell? Part of learning a fighting game is knowing all of your characters and all of your opposition, and if you don't know all of your opposition and what they can do because you haven't bought them, you're kind of at a disadvantage, and it's kind of an unfair disadvantage. Like, I've got Broly and Bardock at this moment in time, but I'm sure not everyone has bought them and stuff. So if I get halfway good with any mix-up with them, why the hell is it automatically changes through the characters? What did I do? Okay. Yeah, but if it's automatically changing, basically, I mean, if you don't have all the knowledge on the characters, which you should do, you're going to be at an unfair disadvantage. And whilst that might not be the worst practice in fighting games at the moment, that is still a bad one. And I guess it's enough to make somebody upset, for lack of a better words and stuff like that. Now there's also, why the hell is it changing to Ginyu? There's also the lack of, no, I don't want to say that actually. There's also, I changed to him again. What am I doing? What am I doing wrong, people? Hold on. So basically there is a lot of madness going on, and I can understand why people would kind of be fed up. Okay. Let me just talk for a while, because trying to do this, this is too much at the same time. I can't handle the training dummy. So yeah, Mike Ross is a pivotal figure. And I'm not gonna lie, he took to Reddit recently to kind of like talk about the whole FGC changing, and I didn't expect there to be kind of, and okay, I will choose Android 18. I didn't expect there to be a negative backlash against Mike Ross. He basically just said how he really felt about Street Fighter 5, how he doesn't think it's good, and he doesn't have as much time to hang around with his old partner, which he used to make video game videos with. Now, to touch on both of those things, now, as you get older, you do start to think about your mortality. You know, you start to think of things you want to achieve and things you want to do. So I can understand the fact that he just doesn't have as much time to just chill and do, yeah, just chill for chilling's sake. Like, it is sad to hear, definitely, because those two are a great team, but I definitely understand where he's coming from. Like, I have loads of friends that I just don't see as much anymore because I've just got things to do, man. You know? Literally, because I've got things to do. Like, I'd love to, like, I just got this game, like, yesterday, and it was Easter Monday. I would have loved to have all my friends around and stuff like this, like just to play the game and stuff like that. But I don't have time for that, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like have to get a lot of stuff done with music and what? Why the? Yeah. I just got a lot of stuff to do basically. So I can understand where Mike Ross is coming from as regards that, but you should still make time for some people. Like there's some people who are pivotal in your life. Like I don't make time for all my friends and stuff like that, you know? And I see some of you subscribers as some of my friends, that's why I still try and make videos, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all you people that I really mess with, you know? But you can't still be wasting this, what the hell? You can't still be wasting the same time you was when you was 20, just hanging out, having the same random discussions when you're on the phase. You gotta be moving forward. Life is about progress. If you're not moving forward, you're stagnating. It is what it is. You've always gotta try and move forward, man. Like, I've got a best friend who's like my brother, like Flash. Like we used to talk every day, you know. And it wouldn't even just be, and we talk about business as well, because we both own our own businesses. We just, like, both of us, we just know that, yeah, like, what we do now is that we message each other once a day in the morning. Yo, dude, what's good? I hope everything's going okay. Hope everything's good with your parents and stuff like that, and your girl and stuff. How are you doing today? What have you got on the agenda today? Like, make sure you get it done, and you know, we just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? We make time for each other and stuff like that. If there's a new movie out which we can catch, or we need to go to dinner and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But as for all the chilling and shit like that, sometimes you have to just be like, hey, we'll do that when we've got all this other work out of the way, because as you get older, you start thinking about different things like children. What the hell? Like children, your finances, you know, your goals, stuff you wanted to do when you was a kid, and you can do that now you're older, you know. And when you're in your 30s, you're still young, so you can still go and do stuff, you know. You can still run and jump and all that great stuff. You want to be able to enjoy your life. So I can understand where Mike Ross is definitely coming from. I can definitely understand him wanting to do more than just play video games. I know video games. Look, I'm someone who's passionate about video games myself. I spend more time for the stuff that I should be doing. I spend more time than I should playing video games, to be honest. But it's because I love them, just like you guys. But when you get to a certain age, yeah, video games have to be given back to you on some level. That's why I opened up this channel. I started this brand, you know. Video games have to be given back to you on some kind of level, whether it's making money, or establishing a brand, or getting yourself out there, or making you more confident in speaking to people, or getting friends if you're someone that is lonely, you know, just something. And obviously Mike Ross and Gutex took, what the hell? Obviously Mike Ross and Gutex took video games to a whole level. They established a fan base and business, and basically when you've got these big corporations saying, okay, yeah, that's very nice what you did, but you don't own that, that's kind of terrible. And there's some people who can, he made a comment about titles not meaning everything to him. Titles not really being important, which I really respect. Because there's a lot of people that would have stayed at Twitch or stayed in the circle he was just to have the fake fame, just to have people put his name and say, oh man, you're that dude from Excellent Adventures, man. Oh, I love you, dude. I love you. And that love be fake, you know? Like, I was going through kind of the same thing. Like, there was a time when, like I said, I make music. There was a time when I wanted to get a placement. Like, I make beats, and I wanted to get a placement on a major artist record so bad, I compromised my sound, you know? The same sound that everybody would stop what they're doing to be like, what is that? Who made that? You made that. Like an idiot, I compromised that sound and started making stupid poppy, hip-hoppy trap beats that no one would even friggin' take for months and stuff. Because that's what's popping. Not thinking, not remembering my training in music. Like when you hear anything, yeah, it's old. You know? Like artists build up like hundreds of songs before they start releasing raps. So by the time you hear anything, it's been in the catalogue, it's been in the gallery. So you're not really hearing anything new, you're not hearing anything fresh. So when you hear it on the radio for the first time, you're hearing old work. What the hell is this control system? Why is it switching character like that? But you're hearing old work. You're not hearing anything that's new. So when you, the producer, goes to replicate, okay, I'm going to give them something like this because I know this is their sound. No, you're just working on old hat now. Do you understand? So it was all pointless me even doing that stuff in the first place. So, and guess what? When I went back to my original sound, got much better results. Let's say that. So it is what it is. When you're true to the art and stuff like that, when you follow your heart, it'll never lead you astray. And even though it's really sad not to have Mike Ross around in the capacity we used to have him before, because the FGC was not only did the not only did the quality he made great, the content that he made great, yeah, but some people are just prolific. Some people light up a room when they're there. Some people change things, and the FGC was a better place when Mike Ross was there. Cut and say things that needed to be said. Who else would be him and say, I'm the best? And look at the camera, man. Like, it was a better place when he was there, man. And now, like, cross-counter that channel by making them think that they can't enjoy what you've already done. Why do you have to baby everything for women? Why do you have to change what the FGC is just because they're there? Or that money's there? You know? Like it's just like how hip-hop was in the beginning. People tried to change that. And I'm not too sure how well that worked out, because hip-hop's in a very weird place now. A very weird place. But in the beginning, people were like, hey, we don't want hip-hop on TV. It's no good. And people weren't having that. It was like, hey, if we're gonna have hip-hop, we want it like this. Oh, what's up, Jordan? So, it is what it is, man. You don't have much kids or responsibilities. That's cool. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have. Everybody's different, you know? Like, my girl, like, see me, I'm 35, yeah? So I'm still young. I don't have any kids yet. I don't have kids until I've done slightly more, but I do want kids. Some people might not, but you still have some kind of goals, even if it's like, yo, I want to have a certain amount of money, or I want to play some video games and enjoy myself, you know? it is what it is. It's like nobody wants to be like, yeah, I just want to go home and I just want to go to work, go home and die. Everybody wants to do at least something, even if it's like, yeah, I want to win the lottery or go on holiday. I've always wanted to go to Spain. There's nothing wrong with having that as your goal and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I've always wanted to go to Spain. So don't worry, Jim. Like you're right. You're both right. You know, everyone wants to do different things, and it's okay to want to do different things. But yeah, as I was saying. So Ross has come out and said that he doesn't really hang around with D-Tex anymore. And the only thing that's really sad about that is the fact that those two, who seem like really good friends, just aren't around each other as much. Like the fact that people grow older and they have responsibilities, that happens, you know? And I reckon that people should try and respect that. Try and respect the fact that he's like, yo, I've got to handle my business. I may have a family to look after, because even though I love video games, I can't really spend all day playing them, even though I would love to, like I could, like when I was a teenager and stuff like that. Like I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did that yesterday, playing this game. Oops. Yeah, I was using the arcade stick, so video play was better. But yeah, I was really enjoying it. It felt good, you know, but I can't do that every day. Like tomorrow I've got to go and shoot, well, this morning, it's actually like 4 o'clock in the morning now. I've got to go and get some footage for a documentary I'm shooting. Then I've got to go to the doctors and stuff. And that's before I go back to regular work. So, where would the time be to fit in another 6 hours of this game, you know? Which is why I'm doing the video now at 4 o'clock in the morning before I have to do something like hit the gym. So, you know, all these things fill up, and it's cool. I mean, it's life, it's part of life, and it's why we love life. You know, it's growth. And I don't think just because you do something, you shouldn't be allowed to grow, if you know what I mean. Just because Mike Ross has obligation with the FGC, it shouldn't be a case of him not being able to grow. But yes, I just think it's really unfair that some of the community are having a backlash because he wants to do his own thing. I think he should be able to do his own thing if that's how if he feels, especially if yeah, you don't say that, man. Don't say that. Don't say that you think you have nothing to look forward to, man. You're like in one of the best ages possible. This is one of the best ages to be young, you know what I'm saying, a young adult. There's all these things, there's all this technology that wasn't available before that we now have access to. Like if you're interested in video games, you could actually take a course, learn Unity and learn how to make a video games and be making money within a year. Do you know what I'm saying? You might not make $2 million, but you can make from anything to $500 to 10 grand. Do you know what I'm saying? To even more than that if you have a really good idea. You know what I'm saying? And those hobbies could make you money, especially nowadays. You just got to be proactive enough to actually think of how to make you money. You know? That's what is so upsetting about the way this thing kind of turned out with the FGC, because it's like the FGC didn't have to come in, I mean, the corporations didn't have to come into the fighting game community and try and turn it into esports, which is what they're basically doing, you know, with all these lavish events and stuff like that, and all this clean commentary. Like, you should be able to swear on streams. And okay, swearing, not every time is the perfect time to swear, you know? Like, you shouldn't be vulgar all the time for no reason. Yes. Definitely. Saturation is horrible. I'm facing that myself with music. But shall I tell you what? Love, like true love, is what wins. True love, hard work, and talent. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's take all these wannabe rappers now, yeah? I know, yeah, how the story goes, yeah? Not all of them, in 2 months, not all of them are going to want to be rappers, let alone 2 years, you know? You have to have it in you to win, you know? So all these people that start gaming channels as well, if you're not really about gaming, or if you don't really have the craft and stuff like that, you won't really get anywhere. And even if you do, you won't be able to stay there because you won't be able to innovate. You won't know what people want and need next, you know? So, because it's really interesting. Like, say if you're an avid gamer and you've been playing fighting games all your life, you already know what would be awesome to have in fighting games and stuff. You already know what, hey, why don't they do this next, man? Because I've always wanted them to do this, you know? Why doesn't Street Fighter have some kind of character create and stuff like that, where you learn moves from the characters that you're with? Do you know what I'm saying? Where you go around the globe, you go to Japan and you train with Ryu and stuff like that, and you might learn a couple of his moves, you know? And that's just throwing out quick ideas and stuff like that. Because I love music and stuff like that, I'm always experimenting with the way I'm making beats and stuff. Like, the FGC will never grow, will never grow the way it could have. Like, Excellent Adventures was just 2 guys sitting on a couch playing Street Fighter with the camera occasionally going on them and the footage. That was it. Occasionally they'd have guests. Like, you'd never be able to get a company, a big corporation, to greenlight a show like that, because they wouldn't understand it. Why would people watch this? Why would people wouldn't watch that? Who are these people? Mike Ross, Vutex? Who the hell are they? Where's the white one? None of them are white? Get this shit off the TV. Do you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. And now we have all these entities that are come into the FGC that are going to come with this rhetoric. Do you know what I'm saying? Where color or who these people are were never a factor. Like, look at Maximilian. He came out of nowhere and he just came with content that he put a lot of effort into, and people appreciated that. You know, he may not have been the best Marvel player, but he knew what he was talking about. He knew enough about what he was talking about to actually get people to watch. And he came with enough content to actually do the right thing and be loved by the community. So it is what it is. All these guys who had a platform before, it's just gone now. It's just gone for this huge team image and stuff, and it's not gonna last because the fighting game community. Yes. Totally agree with you. To tell the truth, yeah, the 2000s was the last genuine year for most creative stuff, to tell the truth. Right now we're just getting loads of these cycles. But to be honest, I'm surprised that the attitude of people has just changed, that they're willing to accept mediocrity. And they are just like, let's take this game right here, yeah? Let's take this game that I'm playing right now, Dragon Ball FighterZ. So I didn't buy it on launch because I wanted to have an accurate, clear viewpoint of this, because I know a lot of people bought this game just to spite Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And I know what Capcom did to us regarding that game was terrible. The roster was terrible, the graphics were terrible, they cut my character from the lineup, you know, they had all these excuses, terrible. But when it comes to the actual gameplay, the gameplay was fire. Most people who played it, like if you go to any review now, they'll say the gameplay is amazing, but the graphics and the roster are the problem. That's true. Now, when this came out, when the trailers for this came out, people was like, oh my gosh, this game looks amazing. The roster looks cool and all that, you know. The gameplay is going to be amazing, all that good stuff. Now the game comes out, and it pretty much does everything that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite does. Literally, it's got a small amount of characters. Oh yeah. Capcom. Right now I'm not making excuses for Capcom because what they did was horrible. I'm just giving an example. Now Capcom, now Arc Systems, the people who made this, did everything that Capcom did. Literally, they had characters that were DLC that were on the disc. They had the same one-button casual combos, which people hated about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Oh, we don't want a casual mode. Well, what's this? I'm about to press square. I'm gonna mash square and look what happens. Yep, casual. I'm gonna mash triangle and look what happens. Oh, and there's a super on the end of that. You see what I mean? All the same stuff that's in Marvel vs. Capcom. Even down to all the special moves. All the special moves are the same for all the characters. They're just fireball on hurricane kick. Look at this easy garbage. Look at this easy garbage. All the special moves, all the characters have the same special moves. I asked a group of people today, why is this better than Marvel vs. Capcom? And nobody could actually give me a reason. People are stupid, literally. People just hate buy things. They literally, and I understand, look, Capcom did us dirty, they did us wrong, but there's no reason for us to buy bullshit just because, hey, you know, we're trying to make a stand, you know? And that's where the FGC is right now. Yes, it does have some problems. There are some racist people there, there are some sexist people there, there's arseholes everywhere, but the way to fix things isn't by pretending it's not there, it's actually by addressing the issues, but addressing them properly, you know? And I can understand why Mike Ross doesn't want to be around that fake shit. Because, look, you can't even... Yes, I did. I came up with that immediately when I played this, because I was just watching gameplay of this for like 2 months. I think it's been 2 months since, a month, or definitely over a month, and I was like, okay, this looks good, and it looks like it's going to be pretty much its own thing. It's separate from Marvel vs. Capcom. I played it yesterday and I was like, no, this is the same shit. This is the same shit. So, thank you, sir. I was just, you know, not disappointed, but kind of disappointed. I don't know, maybe I expect too much from games nowadays and stuff. Because, you know, I've been playing them for too long. But I just reckon all of us, we should just all be, we should all just be a little bit more forgiving of Mike Ross, because the cause he's sticking up for, if more people stuck up for that cause, we'd be in a lot better place. We'd be in a lot of better place in this industry. Like think about it, people. We're every day in this industry, we're going further away from games and getting the full content of a game on your disc. We're going further away from that, man. Every day these companies are trying to think of more ways to just basically screw up. And we need people like Mike Ross, which are going to say, hey man, yo, if this is what you guys are doing, I don't want to be around it no more. And he brings it to the, remember, to the public, that the fact that he came out and he said Street Fighter 5 is the worst fighting game he's ever played. That's powerful. That's powerful. That's powerful. And it doesn't matter what DLC they try and bring out and stuff like that. Other people who feel the same, who are kind of pressured into playing the game, because there is a lot of pressure to play the game. Because it's Street Fighter, it's the only real fighting game out with any community. There's pressure to play the game. Like I had a friend that I used to play Street Fighter with. We used to play it all the time. And kind of had to stop with Street Fighter 5 because it was just terrible. I don't know. Like one of the main things that makes Street Fighter bad is just kind of the lag. As in, oh my god. As in the overall lag. Like it's got 8 frames of lag. And okay, do we need to do that? It's got 8 frames of lag. What? How can these people do the same weapon? That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Are you being serious? Yeah. Street Fighter 5. Hold on, let me check this boost for most of the guys, isn't it? Right. Okay, great. I was doing it wrong. Yeah, forward that. Street Fighter 5. Yeah. Street Fighter 5 was going to be the be-all and end-all. And Capcom screwed us. And they continue, and what's funny about that is that they continue to screw us by having DLC that wasn't included in the season pass. Which, I mean, is that, since when has, that like, these companies, yeah, if you stick up for these companies, I don't stick up for any of them, but at the moment, I think that PlayStation 4 is the best console at the moment. It's got the most games and stuff, obviously. That's what makes it the best, because it's just got the most games, and games are why we're here. Don't ever get it twisted and be like, yeah, I support these consoles. No, because these guys don't like any of us. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie, even though I do mess with the PlayStation, like it has got most of the games I like Bloodborne's my favorite game this generation. Cool. But I do like the Nintendo Switch a lot because it's just fun. It's just fun. It's literally just fun. Like they said, yeah, we're gonna make a console which is about fun. Fun? What's that? Yeah, exactly. I really like that console, and that's because I just like the art. It's not because I like Nintendo. It's because I like the art of gaming. Gaming is supposed to be about fun. And it's like Nintendo is like, yo, alright, cool. Let's just do something which is about just gaming. And that's what we need to do. We need to concentrate on just the art and the core of why we do what we do. See, Jim may not have an exact aspiration, but there's something that makes you tick. And maybe the fact that you game is that doorway, you know? Maybe it brings out, it stimulates a part of your imagination or your mind. I have to get a new controller tomorrow. But maybe it stimulates that part of your mind that just makes you be like, hey, I love. Ooh. I literally don't know when it's gonna change the character. Does anyone that's played this know why it's doing that? Oh my God, I think I forgot my point. Done. There we go. Save the actions. What does it mean, save the actions? What does it mean, save the actions, people? But yeah. Basically, I'd say about Mike Ross. I really hope that he gets the support of the community in the end, because I reckon everything he did, without sounding corny, everything he did was kind of for us. Like him being honest and saying what he's saying about Street Fighter being bad. It's not just to hurt people's feelings, it's for us. Because there's a lot of people that said Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is great. Not because they actually believed it. Oh my god, I hate this controller. But not because they actually believed it, but for them. They literally said... Expand Your Mind podcast. Yeah. Off for that. I talked to Next Gen, and I'm in the Expand Your Mind group. He's got Expand Your Mind Facebook group. So I'd love to be on that. You know what I'm saying? That was the original plan and stuff. Gotta make these things line up though. Gotta make those schedules line up, because at the moment I'm doing a lot. I don't know if you're subscribed to my channel, Mr. Tenor, but if you are, make sure you are, because you'll see a lot more of the stuff coming up. I'm trying to come back to YouTube, so I'm not gonna lie. Like YouTube, I kind of went through. I don't want to really make this about me, but long story short, I went through some racist stuff with YouTube. Like YouTube literally did some racist shit on my channel. So I was like, okay. And in a way, I kind of feel like how Mike Ross did, basically. So it is what it is. Like right now, like, I'll let you know one thing. Right now, there's a war going on. A war against man and woman. A war against straight people and gay people. A war against black and white. A war against nation. A war against Xbox against PlayStation. And it's all to distract you, yeah, from the thing that's real. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. It's all to distract you. Okay, yeah. Like, you know what? Do you know what? I want to check it out, because you're making it sound really good. I want to check it out. Do you know what? I haven't watched it yet. I have no idea who started it, because he's posted in the group. I don't know if you're a part of Next Gen's Facebook group. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's really awesome. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely, you know, if I get some time this week and I run into Next Gen, I'll ask him to bring it back and stuff. Because basically, long story short, I had a back and forth with Rags, and he sent all these racist people to my channel. Fair enough, I can deal with that, you know what I'm saying? But Rags also complained about, because this is like racist people saying racist shit on my channel. I'm just gonna delete it and leave the comments that I want up there. Now, because Rags is a bitch, he couldn't take that. He couldn't control the narrative on my page. So when you came to my channel and watched my video, all you'd see is the comments of the people on my channel calling him an arsehole and an idiot and stuff like that, you know? So he couldn't take that. So he went to YouTube to go and take down the video, even though before he got all these racist white people to go to my channel and say nigga, nigga, nigga. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a pussy. He's a pussy. And when I get time, I'm gonna fucking eat him alive. Trust me, I've got all that shit screen saved. He thinks that he got off. He thinks that he got off easy with that. What? I'm gonna eat him alive. I'm gonna fucking eat him alive. Just that I don't have time to do that now. It's like, what would you rather do? Work out, go for a cast and shoot with Zara, Gap, or any other designer, make music and fly around the world and get paid for it, or deal with some silly little white boy on YouTube that won't even show his face. You know, it's a no-brainer. But when I get time to do that shit, I'm gonna eat him alive. I'm gonna eat him alive, man. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious. Oh my gosh. That guy's alarm going off. Okay. If you guys will hang around, I'll come, I'm gonna stop this stream and put on another one, just so I can just keep on topic and stuff, because this is not about Mike Ross no more. I'm taking questions from you and stuff like that, Jim, you know. But I just really want to say, you know what, Mike Ross, congratulations for saying what you said and stuff like that. Not necessarily that you came out and said Street Fighter 5 is trash and stuff like that, but no, the fact that you feel that you can tell the truth now, and you're letting people know that this community, which is being kind of messed up behind the scenes, basically thank you for letting the lid off the situation, because we need people like you. You know what I'm saying? And just because everybody's trying to smile and pretend that everything is going good for the FGC, it doesn't really mean it's like to tell the truth, tournaments are less hype now because they're every friggin' week. Dude, like before, like tournaments would be like every 4 months, every 3-4 months and shit like that. So you'd have Winter Brawl, North Cal Regionals, SoCal Regionals and shit like that. You might get, like, you have final rounds and shit like that. Great, you know what I'm saying? Now you have all these other events and it's like, huh? It's like, who are you? It's like, who are you, dog? Who are you? Who are you? It's like, when did you come? What? And it's like, it's hard to get hype for all these events. Really, really hard to get hype for all these events. So, I don't know. This is how you know people. This is how you know that all people see is the money. This is how you know that the bloodsuckers are just out. So Mike Ross, absolutely, sir. Ooh. I salute you, even though I keep dropping my combo. My combo! Now my next video will be about DSP. I fucking love that guy. My combo, my content. Do you know about DSP, Jim? Fucking love that guy. That fucking piece of shit, dude. I don't know why I thought about DSP when I was playing this shit earlier today, man. DSP. Oh, my game audio is a little bit louder than my mic. So bad. Do you guys know about DSP? I love DSP. That guy's video. He's got the most unintentionally entertaining videos on YouTube. Like, watching him lose at Street Fighter and stuff like that has become my like guilty pleasure. Like literally, there should be a picture of DSP's head next to guilty pleasure in the dictionary, because his videos are so Moorish. They're actually Moorish. They're actually Moorish. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played. This is like the first real time. Yeah. That guy. Now, don't watch his videos. What you have to watch the guy. You have to watch the videos called "This Is How You Don't Play." It's the videos that other people make about him. Those are the worst videos. Like DSP himself, he is a total piece of shit. But the videos that other people make about him, they are funny as F. You know what I'm saying? DSP! Yeah. I'm thinking of streaming on Twitch though. Everyone's streaming on Twitch nowadays. I think that's the way to go. Because YouTube right now, I don't know what I don't know what's going on with them. They are starting to hit other people's channels. Like, I know a couple of people that got their channels erased. I was like, what? And I thought YouTube were coming down hard on me and shit like that. Like, I remember I made a series called Sex Lies in Video Games, which was about video games characters being objectified by artists and whatnot. And YouTube basically restricted my channel. But you will still have all these female gamers showing their real life breasts to like little 12-year-olds, and YouTube like lets them be found and stuff like that. What? I don't know what they're on. I'm literally like, if you are not gay or female, they ain't fucking with you. They are not fucking with you at all. It's like, yeah. I don't know. Or if you're one of those guys that got their videos like, hey, YouTube, I just got too much energy for no reason. I just taking my beats for cocaine. You know, it's like, what? How are you even still alive, let alone operate a camera? I'm a new generation. We just live cocaine. Okay. Right down. If I had that towards that. No, Facebook. See, I wouldn't trust streaming on Facebook because Facebook is already taking way too much of your information to be sharing all over the internet. I'm tired of talking about something and then having that shit appear in an advert. It's like, dude, can I have some privacy, please? It's like we are living in minority report right now. You think I'm joking? Carry on. Because whatever. Because when the time comes, you will not be laughing. Yeah, beautiful combo. I just put together for you. I don't even like this game, but I'm putting together combos for you. And I think that's totally right. That combo didn't do much damage, did it? Yeah, I've heard they look at your messages too. I've heard they look at your messages too. Like, we're in an age where nothing is private now. Like nothing. It's quite scary. Like all these cell phones and stuff like that, they literally give anyone like a window into your life. Like these people know what you're doing. They know how many times. Like real talk, if you masturbate, they know how many times you do that stuff. Like nothing is sacred. They know, son. Think about it. Imagine some guy, yeah, some technician know every time you beat off. That's just crazy. Hey Phil, Tim's out again. You know. It'd be crazy, son. And best believe they put stuff in your feed to trigger those emotions in you. Man, listen. Google check all your emails and stuff like that before you even send them. I'm like, what's the point? What's the point? There's just no privacy. I get that it's definitely enough video. So what console are you rocking right now anyway? What console are you rocking with now, Jim? Talk to me. Let's make this about Jim. You understand? Come on, Jim. Give you one moment, son. Ooh. He threw so much plasma in his eyes. Yeah, I hate that shit with the location shit, by the way. Okay, I feel you, okay. Totally for you. Especially if you've got a PC, you're still getting all the good. Thank you for, oh my god, thank you for reminding me. Oh my god, you just reminded me to cancel my Xbox Game Pass. Woo! Yes! They almost took $7.99 out of my account. I would have been livid. But yeah. Alright, you get loads of multi-plat games, and you can play them the way you want to play them, and you get the exclusives from the Xbox, even though those games aren't that good in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. So you're pretty much covered, and you have all those PC exclusives, the indie games and stuff like that. The Switch is great because a lot of those indie games come to the Switch. Obviously they don't look as good as on PC, but you get the Nintendo games as well. Like the Switch, to be honest, the Switch kind of reignited my love for gaming, because with PlayStation 4, after a while it just became, okay, you're good, I know you're going to deliver, I'm just going to wait for what I'm really interested in. So I hadn't turned on my PlayStation 4 in a while, to tell the truth, until I got this. I wasn't going to buy Monster Hunter because people just put me off it. Like, I can't stand Monster Hunter anymore. And I was the biggest fan, one of the biggest fans, like, out there. I don't want to hear shit about Monster Hunter from anybody. I've got videos on this channel telling you how to play Monster Hunter in Japanese. Get the fuck out of here. So like, I love Monster Hunter, but like, I just can't do it no more. Like the people, new fans just hit me up. Yeah, like there you go. Basically, the money kind of, as far as gaming, anyway, the money for Microsoft is on PC. Because when you think about it, they don't even have to develop the hardware. You know what I'm saying? So that's an expenditure that they don't have to deal with. Like with Xbox, that's a whole new expenditure that they've never really had to deal with, like computer or console hardware. And after what happened with the Surface, it's pretty much safe to say that hardware isn't Microsoft's strong point. And there's nothing wrong with that, because they do software very well. Yeah, the latest monster is probably Monster Hunter is horribly casualized. Not just that, some of the new fans as well, they just piss me off. They just piss me off. They just look like wet dogs and stuff like that, and they don't, see, that's what I'm saying, they don't appreciate the art of Monster Hunter and why it's actually good. They just like the violence and the, yeah, you get to kill stuff, man. Fuck off, man. Yeah, the 360 was cool. The 360 was very cool. I'm not gonna lie, my PlayStation fanboyness didn't let me enjoy it the way I should have, but I'm not gonna lie, there was a time when I got really into the 360. Like when, I'm not gonna lie, I got a 360 before I got a PlayStation 2, like long before. I got a 360 like the week after I got a PlayStation 2. I mean, not after I got a PlayStation 2, what the fuck am I talking about? PSP. Sorry, because that's when it came out. I remember the PSP came out, and all of my friends and I all went to the launch for that. And I was the only one that bought one, yay. And then I saved some money from work, and I had so many PSP games from launch, like so many PSP games from launch, yeah. I traded them all in and was able to get like the core model 360. So I was like, oh shit, okay. So I traded them all in, got that core model like literally the next week. And because I hadn't planned on buying an Xbox 360, I didn't even know what games to buy. So I was just rocking, I picked up a copy of Dead or Alive 4, because I love my fighting game. And I just got into that. And I just played the hell out of some demos. And I remember, I love my sister to bits. She let me use her router to play online. And I had to run the cord out of her room down to my room. I was just like, yo, oh my god, I'm actually online and seeing all this stuff. It was so cool. It was so cool. 360 was so dope. I was actually into it. And then after them, like, because like I'm in the UK, obviously, as you can tell by now, but over here it's like PlayStation country, you know. It's like, yeah, you're telling me about it. I remember that level of Dead or Alive 4 with the cars and stuff, and they're knocking dudes over the thing, over the boundary or whatever. It was crazy. So, oh my god, damn the stupid. But yeah, so like in being in England, it's like notoriously like PlayStation centric, like, and especially London, it's like Xbox, what, we will kill you. And none of my friends had Xboxes, like none of them. Like, I remember, like, so I just got the PSP, and when I got I was with one of my dudes, Jamie, shouts to him, and one of my dudes, well, I don't really follow him that much, now, but I was talking to Corey on the phone, and Jamie and I just picked up the Xbox and we were chilling. and I was like, dude. Oh yeah, of course. When the PlayStation started coming out with the exclusives, there was no way that the 360 could compete. Even though it was, I did love the 360. But what was I? So yeah, Jamie and I there. So I go there. I traded my games. I got Dead or Alive and stuff like that, and I've just set it up back at home. Rolled up a big doobie, everything, and I call Corey, and I'm like, yo, what do you think of the Xbox 360? And he's yeah, I don't think anything of that machine, man. That console kind of sucks and stuff. And I was like, yeah, man, the console sucks. Like, I wouldn't get one. And he was like, no, I wouldn't get one neither. So I was like, you coming over to my house tomorrow, still like to chill and stuff, like to work on some music? He's like, yeah, I'll be there. Dude comes over and the Xbox 360 is just there chilling. Oh no! And then I made him play Call of Duty 3 with the HD graphics and with the Project Gotham Racing with the HD graphics in your face. It was too much for him. On Fight Night, man, it was a wrap. Dude, get out of there. Get out of there. Like, I remember it was like the PSP had just come out, so it was about 2005 and stuff like that. PlayStation 3 was a myth at that time, do you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't even know what a PlayStation 3 was. Like, we were just, those times they were showing us those, that Killzone footage, and it was like, yeah, okay, cool. So, having that in a crib and shit like that, and remember I'd had the PSP as well. Dudes were like tripping, man. It's like, couldn't even fuck with niggas then. So, we just played Dead or Alive all night, you know what I'm saying? So that time I was getting paid like every week from work, like every Friday. So it was like, I couldn't wait till Friday came so I could get another controller and another game. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot how old I was. I was a kid. I was like in my early 20s then. So that was before I met like this stupid girl who's pretending to be asleep in this bed right now. Listen. She's awake. She's awake. But you know what I'm saying? That was so long ago, and you can do that. Well, you're right. When Sony came with their exclusives, it was a wrap. To tell the truth though, that was the first generation they've ever had to fight like that before. Sony have never had to fight like that before. Microsoft tried to do what they do to all companies, use their checkbook, because that's how Microsoft got to where they are. They never got to where they are by necessarily making the best software. They'd just buy out the people who did, you know? They'd literally just buy them out. Hey, this software is good. I'll give you 50 million for it. Oh my god, okay, it's sold. You know what I'm saying? Look at what they did to the guy who made Minecraft. Hey, this is your life's work. You know, it's everything you've been working for the past 50 years, you know? How would you like $2 billion for it? Yes, you know? Man, if Microsoft offered me $2 billion for all the beats I've made, I'd be like, yo, what format do you want that in? MP3 or WAV? Do you know what I'm saying? Yo, it wouldn't even, it's no game. But here's the thing, you can't do that with art all the time, and art changes. So maybe back in the 360 generation, buying up the PlayStation 2's exclusives, because that's the mistake what they did. They bought up the PlayStation 2's exclusives when they were going into the 360 generation. Devil May Cry, Grand Theft Auto, all that stuff, all of those are PlayStation 2 exclusives. Am I right? So they never had a chance when games like Uncharted were coming. Bang! Oh my god, what's this? Last of Us, strong female character. Bang! Heavenly Sword, strong female character. Bang! You know what I'm saying? God of War 3, you're putting it in the booty hole now. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Let's be honest. Sony definitely learned a lesson though. Sony learned that they can't pull that bullshit again. Yeah. That's true. That's true. But to tell the truth, yeah, Japanese studios are the best. They're the best. They will always be the best. They will always be the best. It's only because, yeah, and it's because of the Xbox this is happening, because there's never been a successful Western console before. So now there's a successful Western console. The media got behind that real big and pushed that console to the forefront. When, to tell the truth, yeah, they should be. This is how racism works in general. To tell the truth, if you want the best from your race, yeah, you want to work them as hard as possible. And because Phil Spencer and Microsoft and that Xbox brand has never been pushed and they've never been made to actually be accountable. Like, look at every E3. Every E3, Microsoft always promises games, but they always come with multiplex. And when they have these after E3 shows with the journalists never say the real things that they need to say. They never treat them like, you never get Jeff Keighley being disrespectful to Phil Spencer the way he's actively disrespectful to Reggie Fils-Aimé. Why are you asking him questions? Why are you putting him on the spot about Funky Kong in Donkey Kong? At least that's another game. We've had the same 3 exclusives from Microsoft for how long? From how long? And then Phil Spencer has the nerve to say he doesn't think that Sony are doing enough for exclusive content. Get the hell out of here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, every single media outlet should have blasted him for saying that. They should have said, what kind of drugs are you taking? The Xbox brand is, well, all of that, I hate to use this term, but all of that pussyfooting and DICK riding, it didn't do any good for the Xbox brand. Remember when the PlayStation 3 came out, yeah, and even that fat idiot Gabe Newell was saying that Sony need to relaunch the PlayStation 3 again. How about you lose some weight, Gabe? How about you lose some weight? You've got 5 chins, alright? Sony did fine with the PlayStation 3. They turned that around. All that negative press that they got, the Xbox One didn't get. People think that the Xbox One got negative press. They never wanted to say anything bad about the Xbox One. The only reason they said something bad things about the Xbox brand is because it got views and it brought them money. And that's the only thing that matters to these MFs. Don't ever get that twisted. They don't like you, they don't like me, they don't like any of us, man. And that is why, even though last year, yeah, I knew that the PlayStation 4 had so many games I wanted to play, but the Switch just did it for me. I'm gonna keep it 100. The Switch just, I've got 3 Switches. My girl's got one, I've got 2. I did not buy, well, if you're gonna be sleeping, you don't get none of this, alright? But I didn't buy the Scorpio because I just thought it'd be a waste of money, man. I wanted to as well, I really wanted to buy it, but it seems really stupid to buy a console with no games. I don't know why someone would do that. I'm gonna buy a console with nothing to look forward to. Don't worry. And that's because K-Mega's a star now. K-Mega's probably bigger than next gen now. K-Mega's the new face of Xbox. I heard next gen is looking to change sides though. Why have I got 3 switches? Because I'm scared of losing them ships, man. Real talk. I'm scared of breaking them ships, man. I've got really bad, I forgot what the name of the word is, but I'm really heavy-handed, man. So I tend to touch things really hard. No, he's already changed sides. Right, I'm making a video about that. I'm making a video saying that we don't want him over here. I got love for you next one, but we don't want you over here, brother. Nah, see, that's too far. I've got 3 Xbox Ones, but not 7, homie. 7 Xbox Ones is too far. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm gonna get back there, man. All it's been is that because I've had to do these photo shoots and stuff, I've been tired. And like my schedule's just been real bad. I'm gonna be back up on there though, don't worry. I'm gonna talk to Zaya tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to Zaya tomorrow. And we're gonna get back up in there. Definitely want to be on that expand your mind bro, that expand your mind podcast. That sounds like a good. I think Barrier could do a lot more stuff like current events, because even though he portrays himself as a joker and stuff, he is wise in a lot of ways. So you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Porok is enjoying that Xbox One X more than you think. Okay? Trust me. Because he's online all the time. That's what I was saying. I was joking. But it's all about being a multi-system owner. As long as you know that Xbox is trash. I mean, CFP is really bad. It is really. I don't even want to see that. I don't even want to turn this into a 2-hour video. CFPs is really bad. Yeah, K-Mega. That's my dude and shit, but he can't go up against Jabari. Jabari will hit him with too many facts. We'll hit him with too many facts. It's like there's not much that the Xbox fans can say now. Their games are flopping, they're falling asleep in podcasts, drunk and stuff, they're kicking their boys in their head. It's a real bad situation. Yeah. I've seen the pictures on Instagram. Told you, Europe's where it's at, baby. Yeah. But he's with his wife and stuff like that now, man. I don't know. Actually, maybe my girl and I could get some time out. Okay. So you working out the combo system. gamers are you guys looking forward to? God of War. Man, payment, what, the time when they got serious and shit like that. Because we're still recording. The time when the stream died, I think, yeah, that was crazy, I'm not gonna lie. When an argument carries on, you want any more of this, babe? Babe, you want any more of it? I'm gonna smoke this all, yeah? Alright guys, I'm gonna be right back in a second, yeah? My girl's gonna get up and stuff like that, and I don't want you to hear the nakedness, you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for rocking out with me. I'll be back in a second. Shout outs to 6996 and Jim Tenor.